What's up, guys? Nice man here. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution. Blessings to those who like this damn video, and blessings to my patrons and channel members. Links in the description below. May you have many wives. So, what I did here is something of great significance, alright? Now, before you get too excited, I will warn you. I created this item. And it's awesome. Maybe it's a bit OP, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys have to say in the comments below. But something that I've always liked about Diablo 2, specifically, is how you'd get certain items that would have other characters' skills on it, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like there's not enough of it. Not that there needs to be a crazy amount, but they could go further with that, you know what I'm saying? Especially considering the fact that there are a lot of skills that generally just go unused anyway. And unfortunately, this is kind of one of those examples, because there's still not much of a viable summon druid anyway in Diablo 2. And that's exactly what this build enables. This item that I've created. Alright. Now, this is a Ravenclaw bow. In name only. Because what I did is I drastically altered the Ravenclaw unique longbow. And it is now a shadow bow. Because there is no unique shadow bow anyway, so what the hell? But check this out, man. Ravenclaw shadow bow. This allows for a sort of huntress Amazon, if you will. Which I think the game is lacking. So that's why I created it. Just the embodiment of that wilderness archer with ravens and shit, and wolves, and bears, or at least one bear, following her around. You know what I mean? This is a missing thing in Diablo 2, I think. And it comes alive with this build. But check this damn thing out, man. 50% chance to cast level 44 Raven when you kill an enemy. Now, I think I'd rather have this on striking or something. Maybe a 25% chance on striking. But unfortunately, I can't get any of these mods to work. So I gotta cast the damn Ravens myself. But that's not too much of a problem, because they hit like 60 times before poofing anyway. So, fortunately, that's not much of a problem. But yeah, if this mod worked on the bow, I think that would be ideal. Because then you wouldn't even have to be casting Ravens at all. You just be killing shit and shooting things up, and your Ravens would just be spawning all over the place. But stay tuned for future videos, because I'm going to experiment on this a little bit more. Maybe I can get this to work. I don't know. But it's called Ravenclaw, right? So ravens, of course, have very precise vision, and they're very dexterous. So, of course, this damn thing needs blessed aim on it. And in this case, I put a level 20 blessed aim. So my attack rating is just going to be awesome. And this is without the fanaticism from my mercenary. So we'll see what it all adds up to. But nonetheless, then I added 60% increased attack speed. 350% enhanced damage. Even still, this isn't up to par with Wind Force or Faith in terms of its damage output, right? We're talking 67 to 265 damage, which isn't all that impressive for a bow. It's decent, but it's not all that impressive. That's where the summons come in. So I added plus 20 to summon Grizzly, plus 20 to summon Direwolf, plus 20 to summon Spirit Wolf, and plus 50 to Raven, and I put a Nephrune in it. Now, I think the synergies will add into Raven, but I'm not entirely sure of that. If that works on other characters. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea if that's how this shit works. If I have, say, Raven on the bow as a skill added to any character, as well as summon Grizzly, which is a damage synergy for Raven, does that still work as a synergy if it's on a different character? You know, I don't really know. Whether or not it does, the damage we're dealing with right now in terms of Raven is a level 56 Raven with the rest of my gear. So it does 733 to 790 damage per hit. And I can have 5 Ravens out at once, and they hit 67 times each. And by the way, do Amazon skills add to that? So without the Amazon skills, it's 50, or with the Amazon skills, it's level 56, and without, it's level 56. Yeah, so you need all skills on your gear to add to that, like High Lords, for example, because then it'll be 55 without it. So yeah, you'd rather go for all skills on things instead of just Amazon skills. Which Andy's Visage would be a great helm to go with for this build, which is why I have it. But I also have Enigma, I have High Lord's Wrath, I have War Travelers for the damage, Ravenfrost, Ring, to add to the theme of this build, being a Ravenclaw build, with that casts Ravens and shit. In fact, I'd like to have dual Ravenfrost, but I realized I didn't have any Mana Leech on this character, so I had to go with the Mantled Heal. And then I have Laying of Hands. So this character isn't decked out, as you can see here. I do have a Torch and Annie, but I don't have any other skillers. I do have Enigma, pretty much for the teleport. Obviously, Fortitude would be far better in terms of DPS. So without my Rogue, I'm doing 1800 multi-shot damage, because my Rogue has a Faith Bow, along with a Treachery Armor and a Giant Skull Helmet for style points. And with my Rogue, I'm doing 2100, so nothing crazy. But here's the damage. It takes several hits. This is just players 1, alright? So kind of what you would expect from a Boson. Alright, so here we are. So I'm going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ravens. Very slow cast rate. So you might want to get some cast gear. Maybe even Arak would be a good belt for this build. Then 1 Grizzly. 1, 2, 3, 4... 3 Dire Wolves, and I think you can have 5 Spirit Wolves, right? 5 Spirit Wolves. So check this out. It's just awesome. And obviously I don't have a melee Mercenary. Maybe you'd want to go with a Might Merc. I don't know if the Faith Bow is necessary with this build in terms of the increased attack speed breakpoints. So it might not be. I'll have to test that a bit more thoroughly, or just look into the damn numbers for that matter, run it through a calculator. In which case, obviously, you'd get like a Might Merc with Pride Rune Word on it. Would be just awesome. But here's the damage of my creatures. So again, the Raven is doing 790 damage per hit. They do 67 hits apiece. I can have 5 out at once. The Bear is doing 1600 to 1700 damage. Very nice damage there. 4800 life, so just an epic tank, and it's level 26 with my gear. The Dire Wolves are acceptable, 1600 life. There's 3 of them, of course. 641 max damage, 528 to 641. And then there's the Spirit Wolves, not too impressive here, less than 1000 life apiece at 975. But I have 5 of them out, 288 to 303 damage right there. And that's cold damage. The Dire Wolves, that's right, I only have 3 out at once. But okay, let's see how this functions. And really, an Enigma might be the build to, might be the armor to have with this build, because of the fact that it allows you to mobilize your army and to direct them wherever the hell you want. But I mean, as you can see here, they're not doing a lot of damage, but they're still killing shit. I mean, hell, I could put like a level 50 Grizzly, level 50 Direwolf and all that, but I mean, I didn't want it to be too powerful, for starters anyway. And then every once in a while, of course, you're going to want to recast your Ravens. And let's go to Act 1, for example. And let's see how effective these summons are. And I'll even take the bow off my Mercenary. Although that's not a good idea. Now they're not going to have fanaticism. I'll keep it on them. So I'll go to, like, the Cold Plains. And let's just see how much damage, for example, these Ravens do to these enemies. Oh my god. And it's cool how they blind them as well. The Ravens blind the enemies. You can even cast them closer to the enemies if you wanted to. But yeah, obviously the Druid... So there's the damage. It takes several hits to kill a Fallen. But still, I mean, this is all coupled with your damage, obviously. So maybe this is a good blend. I don't really know. I'll have to experiment a bit more with this build. And to decipher if this is like a good blend. I mean, obviously I'm doing pretty good in Act 1, Hell, Players 1 difficulty. She's killing things quite fast. So let's see how this performs now in the Chaos Sanctuary, which is what I'm primarily interested in. And we could even see how well it does on the way to the Chaos Sanctuary. Here, let's take off the bow of my Mercenary. There we go. So the bow is off. The summons are alive. Check this out. Yeah, it's not bad. Here's even a unique here. Bilethorn the Mauler. Very slow at killing it. It is cold enchanted, so basically my Spirit Wolves aren't doing too much damage to him. But I mean, nonetheless, I mean, they're tanks. You know, the Ravens are blind and things. So I don't really know if ideally you'd want this to have more DPS in terms of the pets or not. I'll put on the Faith Bow. Give them all a boost. Of course, that doesn't help the Ravens, because Ravens don't benefit from auras. But it does help everything else, basically. So it looks like I actually did lose a wolf. Lost a Spirit Wolf. Alright, so now I'll just start shooting things. Oh my god. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this, a Polarode. I just found a Polarode 2 videos ago. And my boss run video. Which was kind of a good time. Right, and the knockback in this bow is pretty epic. Alright, so let's head to the Chaos Sanctuary. This character is a bit vulnerable, as you can see. The resists kind of suck. But the thing is, I mean, you're a ranger here, basically. And you're a ranger with an army of pets. So it helps mitigate damage even more, obviously. But I mean, I think this is kind of interesting. I'm curious what you guys have to say about it. What changes would you make to this bow? I would like to do this in like an eagle horn, for example. But I had a problem getting the little birdie to bring me the damn eagle horn. So the little birdie had to just kind of reinvent Ravenclaw. But eagle horn would be interesting, because of course, eagle horn sucks big you know what. But it's kind of a cool bow. It's just lacking a bit too much. I mean, it has an embedded knockback feature, which is awesome. It has a ton of attack rating. But it just kind of sucks otherwise. It's subpar, of course, to Wind Force to quite an extent. Even Witchwield String would probably perform better than it anyway. But on top of that, of course, there's Faith and there's the new Mist Bow. Oh, the minions actually killed some stuff right there. So I don't know if I would dare attempt this on Players 8 difficulty. But this is chill. This is actually a cool build. This is a great idea. Look at this amazing invention. Raven, look at that. I can't believe I pulled that out of my tail. Ooh, look at this! A unique hatchet in just over the course of a few minutes. I mean, I would like to come up with other items, because basically what this is about, it's experimenting with items that nobody uses, making them usable and interesting. You know what I mean? So this is just one example. But what comes to your minds in terms of upgrading items in Diablo 2 that just no one uses? Of course, this isn't really a great example, because it's just a normal mode item, Ravenclaw, and people use it for getting rushed anyway by an enchant sorceress. But I mean, if you could up it or change the stats or roll different stats on it, maybe it would be good for early game and end game. Maybe that's not a bad idea either. But basically, this wasn't supposed to be Ravenclaw bow. It was supposed to be Eagle Horn. So just imagine this damn thing being Eagle Horn. And what do you think of that? Eagle Horn's quite rare, actually, as well. It's not quite as rare as Wind Force, but do you think I overdid it with this bow? Is there any changes you would make to it? Do you think I should take away any of the stats? Again, I think it would be ideal if it would cast Ravens on striking, rather, because then you wouldn't have to do the annoying thing of recasting them. Like right now, for example, even though they do 60-some hits apiece, I'm already down to 1 Raven once again. So let me get those Ravens out. We will kill Nacho Libre. This is kind of a multi-shot build, where I've maxed out multi-shot and I maxed out its single synergy, which is guided arrow. Multi-shot still only does 3/4 weapon damage. So there is that to factor in. And again, my damage with my... Oh, my Mercenary's been dead. Alright, let's go... Let's go resurrect him. Alright, so with the Mercenary's Fanaticism, and check out that attack rating with the Fanaticism as well. Pretty impressive. They keep getting out of range, but 17,000 attack rating. What the hell's going on here? 14,000, what the hell? 14,000 attack, what the hell? Is there some sort of problem here? Seems like there's some sort of problem with how it alternates between Fanaticism and Blessed Aim or something. I didn't realize that would be an issue. That's interesting. At least it doesn't affect the damage. So the damage... Oh my god. Does it affect the damage? Yeah, we're having some sort of problem. Maybe her range is just that bad. A level 15 Fanaticism, I think, has a decent range to it, so I don't think that's the problem. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Maybe that is. I'm just not in their, in the proper vicinity. Alright, we'll see how well this deals with Satan. And of course, you can strafe a little bit with this as well. Strafe is great with knockback. Because it works with every arrow. Unlike multi-shot, where only the center 2 arrows, I believe, will be able to possess knockback. Or any other coefficients or procs or whatever the hell you call them. Alright, nice pair of boots. In fact, I'm going to hold on to those. And then against the bosses, you would just stand back and use guided arrow. And in this case, I'll teleport volume so my army can start working on them. And then I'll just guided arrow them. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys have to say about this. What other items do you think could use modifications? And what modifications would you like to see on them? If you have any interesting ideas, I could incorporate it in a future video, alright? And I'll shout you out if you want me to. For whatever that's worth. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you will, like the damn video, subscribe to the page. Ooh, Superior Dust Crowd. Oh my god. Look at this. 12 enhanced defense, almost perfect. But it also has the durability, which I think adds to the repair cost by quite a bit. But, yeah, pretty nice Dust Crowd right there. 524 defense with 4 sockets. But like the damn video if you will, and thank you to my patrons and channel members, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace be with you.